Thank you, Mr. Chair. It's good to see you again. You were very powerful at the Everglades Coalition. My name is Marty Baum. I'm your Indian Riverkeeper. Over the last several sessions, you've heard a lot of very good science and common sense, as well as cherry-picked facts and red herrings. I'm going to let most of that sit. Personally, I think we should armor the communities south of the lake. Instead of a 30-mile front from a storm to prevent a breach, all you'd have is 10 miles. Tell the people to get inside the armor and they're safe. We tell people to get off the barrier island. What is quickly becoming my greatest concern is our safety. I'm seriously concerned about the impact of toxic cyanobacteria and at least one of the compounds that it produces, BMAA. Studies show a frightening connection between BMAA exposure and degenerative neurological diseases like ALS, MS, Alzheimer's, and liver cancer. Cancer clusters, studies and correlations of data show that these fatal diseases often cluster around water bodies impaired with toxic cyanobacteria. I am winded. When challenged to not dump an active algae bloom into our estuary for health fears, the state of Florida had a finding unique in the world that cyanobacteria is a stagnant water algae and it goes away when the water moves. Also, the freshwater algae dies when it hits the salt water, so the problem is solved. According to the state of Florida, science and medicine have not proven it will harm anyone 15 years down the road. It's too bad for you. What if they are wrong? What if they are wrong? As the bloom died and sank, it took its toxins with it. FDEP tested the water at Central Marine and declared it safe. A couple of days later, Orca tested the sediment. They had to dilute the sample 3 times before they got it into a range that they could read. Nothing is going away. It is accumulating, and now that Florida has relaxed nutrient protections, algae blooms is the new normal. Keeping in mind, there are thousands of tons of legend phosphorus and nitrogen in the sediment of the lake from back pumping. Please help us. Please help us stop the discharges of these toxic algae blooms. Help us buy the land that we need to get the water moving south out of Okeechobee Lake and clean it up. If the state is wrong and science suggests it is, we could have hundreds, maybe thousands of sickened citizens over the next 15 years. The toxins come back up into the water column out of the muck with the wind and add to any new blooms. I live in the aerosol shadow of the St. Lucie, 1 block from the water, right smack in the middle of the 2 canals that you saw all the algae blooms in. This is Flint, Michigan in slow motion. Our 4-year-old grandchild lives with us, and our 6-year-old grandniece visits. I fear for them. Please consider that this poison that no one wants to admit is there. Thank you.
Thank you very much.